born, and then some fucked up shit happened, and then you were evil. Like they did with Bane. They summed up Bane's whole fucking, or the chick that you thought it was Bane was the little kid, but it turned out to be that chick in the Batman movie. In the thing, they did that all in like a 5-second fucking montage. That's all you needed for Darth Vader. The story of that chick was way more interesting, and that was literally like 5 seconds. They flashed back, they saw the people get attacked, and then Bane protected her, and then she stabbed Batman. Like, you could do it so much better than 3 fucking movies to figure out why he can't breathe good. Fuck you, Darth Vader.
All those advances in science, and yet that guy couldn't get asthma fucking inhaler. Right?
It sounds like it. Goddamn. Get the guy a better suit. It obviously doesn't work. Jesus Christ, man. I know people who smoke 3 packs a day breathe better than him. You can build the fucking Death Star? You can't get this guy an inhaler? What the fuck? They're bad movies. I don't care what anybody says. I wonder if Roger Nygard has an opinion on Star Wars. Because there's obviously, you can't like them both, right? You have to either be a Trekkie or a Star Wars guy. If you like them both, you just blow up into a puff of logic.
Yes, science.
Origin stories suck. I'm not telling you mine. I was born. Now I'm nobody.
My origin story will be epic, for the record.
See, if I had grown up in your circumstances, my life would be tremendously different. If I grew up in a cemetery, I think probably the town of Milton wouldn't exist.
Oh, trust me, I tried to burn it down.
Things would have been very, very different had I grown up in the adorable town of Milton, which is my favorite town. I feel such a kinship with the people of Milton, based only on their Facebook page. I've never been there. I can't even picture this town in my head, but it's amazing. Like, the picture I have of Milton in my head, if it doesn't look like it does in my head right now, I'm going to be devastated.
I'm telling you right now, 25 years ago, it did look like exactly what you're thinking of. I'm telling you that straight up.
I have all I go on is the episode of this show called Proudly Sponsored by Mad, where Gord does a scenic tour for us on air. I just go on that and mixed images from Archie books and Gilmore Girls, and I piece them all together to make the perfect town in my head, and that's what Milton is, and I love it. But
absolutely.
Had I grown up there, it would look like the bad town in Back to the Future 2, the bad version of Hilldale.
You know, Eric, not really speaking of this, but we've all had the horrible ex in our lives, the horrible ex person, right?
I still have them.
Friend. Yes, well, don't most of us all. Well, apparently, a blood pressure drug that is available in the market now can actually help ease the painful memory of an ex. I'm telling you this because a Montreal researcher has found a way to take the emotional sting out of a bad breakup by editing memories using therapy and a beta blocker.
Yeah, I saw that movie, and I loved it. It's a great movie, even with the chick from Titanic. It's the only thing I've ever liked her in, but this never goes well.
Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. That is right. That is literally exactly what it's being compared to. But basically, he says that you can edit things out, and with the use of therapy and this drug, you can ease the pains of this. And I'm just forget the movie for a second, but the only thing I'm thinking of is all that means is that people are just going to keep getting back together with their exes because they're just going to remember the happy times. And
that was that was the big conundrum in. There's another movie called The Vow that's an awesome Valentine's Day movie. If you guys want to watch it, I highly recommend it. It's got Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams. I would make out with either of them in this movie. And they're in a horrible car accident. They're engaged. They're in a horrible car accident. She gets amnesia. And then they break up or whatever because she doesn't remember him after the accident. And then they don't get back together in the end. She doesn't fall for him in the end, which is what I really liked. But that's the big question. Like, if you erased our memories, would we still like that person? Would we get back together with that person? Would whatever attracted us to them in the first place attract us again?
That's the point. Well,
I don't know, because a lot of my relationships were just based on circumstance. It was like, okay, well, you're here, so let's do this thing.
Yeah, very true.
I wonder, as a very interesting question, I don't like it. I'm not ready to start messing with our brains. Now, when I die, or if I'm about to die, yes, I want medical science community, please listen, put my brain in something where it can still function and I'm alive. Like, if you got to put me in a computer or in a Roomba, whatever you got to do to keep me alive, do that. I'm good with that. But I have the opposite of a do not resuscitate. I have an always resuscitate, save what you can policy. If I'm just a lung and an eye in a jar, fucking do that. We'll figure it out. But until I'm ready to die, I don't think we should mess with the brain. We don't know enough about the brain to go fucking poking around in there.
Now, what about the idea of you still remember everything, good and bad, but the difference is it suppresses the emotion attached to it?
Now, you talked about this guy. We have an episode about this guy who has no emotional attachment to memory. Remember?
It's a specific way of life. That was a phenomenal thing I listened to. Stoic.
We talked about this guy. Yeah, I don't think that's a good thing. We'd start fucking with the emotion. Everything we do is based on our emotional memory. That's now I like the idea. Like, if I could try pizza again for the first time every day, that would be fucking amazing. But I don't know.
Unless you have a shitty place.
But I don't know, like, if we have no emotional memory to, I don't remember why I don't like getting hit by cars, that kind of shit is probably bad. I don't want to have to deal with that.
Well, no, I mean, that's the thing, though. If you're able to pick and choose, like, I think, well, again, good and bad with this. Well, if you were to take, like, a woman who was, like, say, like, brutally raped in the past, if she could eliminate that sting of how brutal it sort of was, so it's not as painful to relive if the memory were to come back again, it would make life a little bit easier. But then again,
would that make life easier, or would it make her just more apt to cross paths with her rapist and get raped again? Like, that would suck. That would make Groundhog Day a totally different movie if every day Bill Murray just got brutally raped in an alley.
he's getting
every morning he just wakes up all happy singing that song, "Hey, campers, rise and shine." And then he just gets fucking beaten and raped in an alley. Should have bought insurance from that guy, huh, Bill?
Instead of fucking punching his fucking head off.
Bing! Oh, shit.
Funny.
I'm sorry, Bill Murray. Not to anybody else, just to Bill Murray. I apologize. That's offensive to him. No, it's not really offensive. Just don't make that movie. That would suck. I don't know about this. I don't think we should mess with our brains.
Over 400 people have undergone for the therapy, like, do this with the therapy and done between two of them. And they're sitting at about 70% of patients found relief within a few sessions.
For now. This stuff always... Read a fucking Stephen King book, dude. This shit doesn't happen overnight, but those guys, something bad's gonna happen. The cat comes back and it's all fucked, and then you do the same thing with your kid, and he wants to kill your neighbor. Don't fuck with things. I don't think we're ready to mess with... Someone's gonna end up like Lawnmower Man. Or for those of you who need a more current reference, Lucy, or what was that one with the Bradley Cooper? Mind, whatever.
Yeah.
Shit.
The pill one?
The pill one with Bradley Cooper. The Limitless.
Yeah.
You mess with the brain, it always ends badly. Always.
Yep. Oh my god, they even make reference to the Groundhog Day thing in this fucking movie, in this fucking article, too.
Oh, really?
They actually, let's see here. The patients they recruited for the study weren't suffering just a mild case of heartbreak. There were cases of infidelity. Someone suddenly abandoned someone they believed was a loving partner. They're struggling to cope. They just couldn't get over the thought. It was like patients were stuck in Groundhog Day, the 1993 comedy, where Bill Murray's character really
1993 comedy. They just, it's like they were stuck in a 1990s comedy. No, I think if you're the one applying the technique, you need to fucking figure it out a little better than that, because I went through a brutal breakup that I'm still not over 14 years ago, and never once did it feel like a 1993 comedy.
No.
But
I
still,
don't think that
would I want the memory taken away? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't. Probably would have saved me years of drug abuse and grief, and I'd probably be running a company right now. Still. I don't think we should mess with the brain. We don't know enough about the brain. If we were all on the same level intellectually and we all understood what was going on upstairs, possibly, I don't think we are emotionally capable of genetically modifying our emotions to any degree that's going to not end terribly one day. And that was a whole bunch of dead air. I know Gord's just thinking.
I was in thought for a second there, but yeah.
I don't think we should fuck with our noodle. That's another right. I want to bring that up to Roger too. I got all kinds of fucking sci-fi questions for Roger Nygaard. I hope Trekkies wasn't the be all end all of his thing, and then he doesn't give a crap about any of that shit, because that's all I'm asking him.
So I have a book coming out. Don't care. Tell me more about this.
Yeah. So Gord was asking about the genetically modifying our brains so we don't have emotional. And I know your new documentary is all about marriages breaking up. Let's talk about transporters and space.
What's your thoughts on the fact that NASA can't figure out the size of an asteroid?
Yeah, how do we fucking think they can split an atom and all that shit? Fuck you, you can... All this molecular shit going on in Switzerland, fuck you, you can't tell me the size of an asteroid. I think you're splitting an atom in half. How big's the atom, asshole?
Right.
It's either invisible or it's the size of a basketball. We are...
It's one of the two. We can't figure it out yet.
And Trump's trying to give these fuckers more money?
Yep.
Give it to Elon. Give all your money to Elon. Or Bezos. Apparently, Richard Branson has left this. Virgin is not pursuing it anymore. Or not to any degree where he's going to be able to compete. I know he was looking at more of the commercial side of it.
Yeah.
But Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are the two big players. And Bezos, like, he's got the cash. He can fucking do this.
Oh, yeah. He's rich.
Elon doesn't, but everyone, that guy's just got a horseshoe up his ass when it comes to investors. Like, people love to throw money at that guy. and watch
Yeah,
his
it's true.
planes crash.